Welcome to Adams State University. As part of your graduate student orientation, today we're going to discuss financial aid for graduate students. My name is Daisy Valdez. I am the One-Stop Student Services Coordinator for Adams State University, and if you have any questions regarding your financial aid as a graduate student, please do not hesitate to contact me via the email or phone number listed on this slide. Today's agenda will see us covering the free application for federal financial aid or FAFSA, graduate loans, our Hire One Debit Mastercard program, Satisfactory Academic Progress or SAP. I do have some information regarding Adams State University and departmental scholarships. And finally, I'll show you where you can receive information about your loan history as both a graduate and undergraduate student according to the Department of Higher Education. To start with, if you would like any assistance from the federal government, even in the form of graduate student loans, you must complete the FAFSA to determine what you are eligible for. At this time, graduate students are only eligible for unsubsidized loans. Unsubsidized loans will begin to accumulate interest upon receipt of your loan funds. Please contact our office for current graduate student loan interest rates. Unsubsidized loans do not require payment while you are still enrolled at least half-time in a program of study. And for graduate students, half-time is 3 credit hours. The loan amounts do vary by program of study, so I would encourage you to contact our Office of Financial Aid to determine what loan amount you are eligible for. 7 to 10 business days after you register for classes, you should receive an envelope that looks similar to the one pictured here. This is your Hire One Debit Mastercard. The Hire One Debit Mastercard is used to refund credit balances on student accounts. A credit balance can occur after payment of loans are credited to a student's account or adjustments are made for tuition fees or housing. I encourage you, please do not throw away your Hire One Debit Mastercard. Even if you're not anticipating a refund your first semester, this is the card we will use for all of your refunds for all of your time as a graduate student. So I encourage you to keep it in case at any time you will be receiving a refund from Adams State University. You do need to have your Hire One Debit Mastercard available when you're ready to activate your account with Hire One. When you go to activate your account, you have the option for 2 refund preferences. One, you can just open an account through Hire One and it's known as a one account, or you can set up an ACH transfer. The only difference between leaving the money on the Hire One Debit Mastercard and opening a one account or sending it to your own personal bank account, either checking or savings, is in the time that you will receive your refund. All funds are dispersed first to your student account to pay for any educational expenses. Once your educational expenses are paid in full, and if a credit balance remains, that credit balance is refunded to your Hire One account and then dispersed according to your refund preferences. So for example, if I run disbursement on Monday and I received a loan for $4,000 and my bill at Adams State University was $2,000, my loan will first pay my account with Adams State University, and then that $2,000 is what will be refunded to me on my Hire One card. If I've selected to leave the money on the Hire One or one account, I will receive my refund Tuesday after 2 p.m. If I decided to send my refund to my own personal bank account, it will take 2 to 3 business days to get from the Hire One account to my personal checking or savings account. And that is the only difference in your refund preferences with leaving the money on the Hire One account or setting it up as an ACH transfer. Please note that refunds are processed within 3 business days of when the student meets eligibility requirements. In order to receive financial aid, you must meet the following requirements. Your class has to have started. You must be registered for the appropriate number of credit hours for the aid that is being awarded. You must be taking your classes for credit. If you are taking classes as no credit, they are not financial aid eligible, and the classes taken must apply to your program of study. For all Hire 1 questions, please do not hesitate to contact the financial aid office, and we will make sure that we answer your questions as promptly as possible. Every single student on campus, online, graduate, undergraduate, must adhere to Adams State University's Satisfactory Academic Progress, or SAP standards. Our 3 SAP standards are a minimum GPA standard, PACE standard, and a maximum credit standard. For graduate students, the minimum GPA requirement is at least a 3.0 cumulative GPA. We also want to see successful completion of 75% of all attempted credits, and we also want to see a program of study completed within 150% of the credits required for that program, even if you are pursuing multiple majors. If you have not applied for graduation but all of your degree requirements have been met, we will cease all financial aid. Every student on campus has a SAP status. Ideally, you will have a status of good standing, which means you are in good standing at Adams State University and you are meeting all SAP requirements. You will be placed in warning status if it is the first semester in which the minimum GPA and/or PACE standards have not been met. No additional paperwork is required at the warning phase, and your financial aid will be dispersed without interruption. You are only allowed 1 warning period as a graduate student. If you fail to meet our standards for 2 semesters, you will be placed on a review status. You can submit an appeal to attempt to gain probation or good standing status. If your appeal is not approved, you will be ineligible for financial aid. You must complete additional paperwork under the review status before your financial aid is dispersed. If your appeal of a review status is approved, you will be placed on probation. Only 1 probation period is allowed. If you fail to meet any one of our SAP standards for 3 semesters, you will get a status of ineligible for financial aid, which means you can no longer receive financial aid, including loans and work study. You can appeal this status, and if your appeal is approved, you will be placed on an academic plan until you meet our SAP standards. Academic plans are reviewed at the end of each semester for compliance. If you do not adhere exactly to your academic plan, you do lose financial aid eligibility and there is no option to appeal. The only way to regain eligibility for financial aid is to meet all of our SAP standards without the assistance of federal, state, or institutional funding. There are some scholarships available through Adams State University for graduate students, and they are listed on this slide here. I encourage you to apply for as many scholarships as possible, and keep in mind that all institutional scholarships with Adams State University have a deadline of March 1st. Doesn't matter if March 1st falls on a Sunday, that is always going to be our deadline for institutional scholarships at Adams State. Furthermore, there are opportunities for scholarships, grants, assistantships, stipends, or other incentives within your respective department, and I encourage you to visit with them to explore those opportunities. We do have some additional scholarship information that is available as part of this Title V grant that we are currently serving, and current graduate students can apply for a $500 scholarship. And to be eligible, you must complete 5 of 6 academic workshops offered by the Center for Graduate Studies. You must be Hispanic and/or low income as defined by the federal government. You would have to have completed a FAFSA and also the online application and schedule a one-on-one meeting with Center Director Dr. Freeman. All of that information can be located at the Graduate Center website listed on this slide. Finally, finally, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to discuss the National Student Loan Data System, or NSLDS. NSLDS is an amazingly wonderful tool for students because it is a centralized national database, and it stores information on all federal grants and loans that you have received as both a graduate and undergraduate student. It does not contain any private student loan information because this is just a federal database. But it does show how much aid you have received, and it also displays your current enrollment status in case you're wondering if you're considered a student or not based on the number of hours that you're currently attempting. To access this database, you would go to nslds.ed.gov, and this is what that would look like, and you would enter with your information, and that will display to you your loan information as well as any grants that you have received as a student. It also provides valuable information about your loan servicer. So this is the agency that is going to collect payments on your loan. They respond to customer service inquiries, and they perform other administrative tasks associated with maintaining a loan on behalf of a lender. So if you're unsure of who your federal student loan servicer is, you can go to www.nslds.ed.gov and find that information out quickly. I know this is kind of a dry content area, but I appreciate you taking the time to review my slides about financial aid for graduate students. And again, I wanted to provide you another opportunity to record my contact information should you have any questions at all. Do not hesitate to contact me at the email and phone number provided. And we want to make sure that your experience with Adams State is as smooth and stress-free as possible. Thanks again for selecting Adams State University for your graduate needs, and we look forward to serving you in any way that we can. Have a wonderful day, and go Grizz!